Dear students, now we are going to discuss solving a differential equation which is not in exact form, and the problems we are going to take it from the reference book Calculus by Volume 3 by Narayanan T.K. Manikavaskam, which is the reference book as per the university syllabus. So already we discussed many problems how to solve a differential equation which is in differential form but not in exact differential form. Now we are going to discuss the same topic but the problems from the reference books described. Okay. So now the problems we will discuss now. Problem number 1. Solve a into x dy plus 2y dx equals to xy dy. And you can check that this is not an exact form. So what we do is we divide throughout by xy. So what happens? Dividing throughout by xy we get, so divide throughout by xy we get a into divide by xy we get dy by y first term. The second term is 2 dx by x. Right hand side just we have this dy only. So integrating, what we get, in integration of dy by y plus 2 into integration of dx by x equals integration of dy plus one constant of integration. So what happens? A into log y plus 2 log x equals to x plus, sorry, not x, y plus c. This is a. So what is this one? I can write it as log y into, this can be written as x square. So log a plus log b, log ab. That's all. This is the required solution. Okay, this is the differential equation in a differential form. Okay. Second one, solve y square plus 2x square y into dx plus 2x cube minus xy into dy equals to 0. Solve. We have to solve this differential equation. No? So now there is a different approach for this problem. See, this is not an exact differential equation. You can check if this is m and this is n. It is not satisfying that necessary and sufficient condition. What is that? Dou m by dou y must be equal to dou n by dou x. That is definitely not equal here. So the above differential equation is not exact. Now what we are going to do is we are going to find that integrating factor. So what is that integrating factor we are going to find now? So let us assume an integrating factor so in short form we call it as IF. We just simply assume, suppose this is my integrating factor. What is that? X power of m into y power of n for some suitably chosen values of m and n. Some suitably chosen. This is, we assume that this is maybe the integrating factor, and we are going to find that m and n. We assume that this is an integrating factor. So what is the work of the integrating factor is, we are going to multiply throughout, then the differential equation becomes exact. That is the meaning of integrating factor. So now we are going to multiply this x power of m into y power of n throughout this one. So what happens? So that multiplication is understood. We are going to multiply throughout this integrating factor. So equation 1, after multiplying the integrating factor, equation 1, after multiplying x power of n into y power of n, better we will change the sentence, not looking good. Now multiplying 1 by the integrating factor, we get the resulting equation. That is, if you multiply throughout by x power of m into y power of n, you think like this. So what will happen? The first term, x power of m as it is will be there, y power of n into y square. So y power n plus 2, it becomes like this. What would become, how is the second term now looks like? 2 into x power of m plus 2 into y power of n plus 1. That is the meaning of integrating factor. So 2, so this is x cubed, no? So what happens? X power of m plus 3 into y power of n minus x power of m plus 1 into y power of n plus 1 into dy equals to 0. So we have multiplied the integrating factor. Once again you can check the terms whether we have multiplied, the exponents are correct. X power of m plus 1, y power of n plus 1. So now after multiplying the integrating factor, now the differential equation must be exact. That is the meaning of integrating factor. So now the differential equation is multiplied by an integrating factor, and now this is my m and this is my n. So now since after multiplying the integrating factor, the differential form of an equation becomes exact differential equation. So now we can use the sufficient condition for the exactness. So now this equation is assumed to be exact because we multiply the integrating factor. So what is the sufficient condition? Therefore dou m by dou y must be equals to dou n by dou x. So this is a condition we are going to use it because we assumed that this is an exact equation. So now what is dou m by dou y? Dou m by dou y. N plus 2 into y power n plus 2 minus 1. That is a differentiation of y alone. N plus 2 into y power n plus 1. What is the second term? With respect to y only we are differentiating. 2 into n plus 1, x is a constant because we are differentiating partially with respect to y, into y power of n plus 1 minus 1, and this must be equal to what? dou n by dou x. So this 2 and y is a constant. So 2 into, we are going to differentiate only x. M plus 3 into x power of m plus 3 minus 1. M plus 2 into y power of n minus, here these two terms, y is a constant. So we differentiate only x. M plus 1 into x power m plus 1 minus 1 m into y power n plus 1. They must be equal. So we are going to simplify them. That is, I will check once again. 2 into n plus 1 into x power of m plus 2 into y power of n equals to 2 into n plus 3 x power of m plus 2 into y power of n minus m plus 1 into x power of m into y power n plus 1. So now we are going to just simplify this expression. You take throughout, see, from this equation, you both the sides you take out x power of m and y power of n. Take it out. So what is remaining? n plus 2, this x power of m is out, now only y is remaining. In this term also take x power of m into y power of n out. So what happens? 2 into, we get only x square is remaining. So what is the right hand side? 2 into m plus, same thing you do for the right hand side also. So we get x square minus m plus 1 into y. 2, m plus 2 into y equals to 2 into n plus 1 into x square equals to 2 into m plus 3 into x square minus m plus 1 into y. Okay. So now, so you group these two terms together and then group these two terms. So what happens? Bring this one, this left hand side, y n plus 2 plus m plus 1 into y plus 2n plus 2 minus 2m minus 6 into x square equal to 0. See here, these both are variables and always this this sum is equal to 0. We cannot tell that x and y are equal, is equal to 0. If x and y are 0 though, then there is no need of discussing this problem. So only the constants must be 0. So which implies what is this? N plus m plus 3 must be 0, and here what is this? 2n. So totally you can take 2 outside. So it will be n minus m, sorry, n minus m minus 4 minus 4. So it becomes 2 minus 2 equals to. So we got two equations, we get it, and solving these two equations, we get m equals to minus 5 by 2 and n equals to minus 1 by 2. You have to solve these two equations and we get this one. So this is value of m and n. Now this is the value of m and n, and now you substitute here, don't go to the differential equation. Already we converted it in the exact form by using the integrating factor, and we now found out the integrating factor. What is the integrating factor? X power minus 5 by 2 and y to the power minus 1 by 2. So now this is the equation. Now it is in exact form. So now we are going to consider only this equation. Therefore, what is the solution? If an equation is exact, what is the solution? Integrate m with respect to x, keeping y as a constant, and integrate n with respect to y only terms independent of x and equal to a constant, which implies integration of what is m? You see here, this is my m. This is our m and n. Okay, x power of m, y power n plus 2. X power of m to y power n plus 2. Okay, plus 2 times x power of m plus 2, x power m plus 2 into y power, you see here, y power n plus 1. See, be careful, minus 5 by 2 plus 2 is here. So this is m. We are going to integrate partially with respect to x, keeping y as a constant. Now the terms of n which are independent of x, no term is independent of x, everything is in product with x. So this second term we cannot find it, so just do it and equals to constant, that's all. So now we are going to integrate with respect to x, keeping y as a constant. So this will become, y is a constant, no? 3 by 2, and what is this? X power of minus 5 by 2 plus 1 divided by minus 5 by 2 plus 1 plus x power, what is this actually? This is actually minus 1 by 2. So minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by minus 1 by 2 plus 1 into y power 1 by 2. Constant. So a little bit simplification we have to do it. This is minus 5 plus 2, minus 3 by 2, minus 3 by 2 x power minus 3 by 2 into y power 3 by 2. Plus x power 1 by 2 by 1 by 2, we can write like this, into y power 1 by 2 equals to constant. Just cross multiply, we will put a constant, finally we will put the word c. Okay, now you just do the cross multiplication. So what happens? Sorry, take so 1 minute, we will check this one. So it becomes 6 times square root of xy, and just cross multiplying this, and this can be written as square root of xy plus 2 into x power minus 3 by 2 y power 3 by 2 equals to a constant I named as c after multiplying this minus 3. Here I forgot this term, here 1 2 is there. See here, here 2 times x power of n plus 2. Okay, this 2 I forgot. So this becomes 4. Okay, 4 3s are 12. So again I will put constant finally. So minus 12. Okay, now you take terms 2 outside, so what comes? Minus 6 square root of xy plus x power of minus 3 by 2 y power of 1 by 2 equals to constant c. That's all. This is the solution. Here y power 3 by 2. So y power 3 by 2. That's all. This is the required solution. Now we will go to the next problem. Problem number 3. Solve y square e power of x plus 2xy into dx minus x square dy equals to 0. Solve. And then this is 1. The equation 1 is definitely not exact. Not exact. Now we are going to rearrange the term. See, each term is having a different approach. For this problem, we are not going to find some integrating approach, but we are going to rearrange the term like the first problem. So this one, we are going to divide throughout by y square. Dividing by y square throughout, we get dividing by y square. So what happens? E power of x. So we are just multiplying this plus. So if we divide this by y square, what I get? 2x by y into dx minus x square by y square into dx equals to 0. Now we just put it this in a common thing. Okay, the e power of x plus 2x by y into dx minus x square by y square into dx is 0. Now you can see now this equation is an exact form. Suppose this is m and this is n. So what is dou m by dou y? This is fully a function of x. So this will become 0. Dou m by dou y minus 2x by y square. So what is dou n by dou x? So minus, see this is also x. See actually the format is what? M dx plus n dy equal to 0. Always here this positive sign is there. Whatever is there apart from the positive sign, that is only n. So here n is what? Minus of this. So if you differentiate with respect to x, we get minus 2x by y square. Clearly this dou m by dou y equals to dou n by dou x, which implies I name this equation as 2. 2 is an exact differential equation. It's an exact differential equation. Therefore, the solution is integrate m partially with respect to x, that is keeping y as a constant, and there is no term involving independent of x. So that's that process is not good. So equals to some constant. So what is the integration of e power of x with respect to x plus keeping 2 by y as a constant, so we get x square by 2, so we get x square by y equals to c. This is the required solution of 2, but 2 is nothing but the solution of 1 and 2 are same, because we are multiplying only the integrating factor. Sorry, we are not even multiplying the integrating factor, we are just rearranging the terms. So both 1 and 2 are same. The solution of 2 is same as solution of 1. Therefore this is a solution of the given differential equation. We are not making any change in the differential equation, we are just rearranging the terms.